once you run from all those guys and you go to the elevator that you found the NPC at, run over the plate like that, and then another elevator will come up down from below, and get on that elevator and you'll be on where I am right now. There's gonna be like a little mini boss over here. You can just run straight past him. There's no need to go fight him right now. All you need to do is just get to the door that he's guarding right here. Open the door and there'll be a bonfire on the other side. And you can kind of just cheese him from there, because once you get outside the door, he can't come get you. I know, but he'll go like right here. So if you have like arrows or something like that, you can just shoot him to death from here, out of his attack range. Now, I do not have any arrows, but I do have some throwing knives and some fire bombs, so I can just spam these. As you can see, this guy has a pretty good amount of health. With your stamina regen. Have it. Now he's dead, and you get this Irithel straight sword, which is pretty much just a straight sword, but it has frost effect on it. So comparatively to this Lothric one, Lothric Knight straight sword +1, it has a little bit more attack overall, and it has frost on it, which is a slowing effect. So if, for you, if you're just starting off and you don't have this weapon right here that I have, you can switch to this, and it'll pretty much be just the same thing as Lothric Knight Straight Sword +1, except it has more element to it. So I'll put it on just for the show. So just a straight sword like that, and it has some frost element on it. And now we're going to be moving into the next area. This next area is going to have these guys. They are a pretty big pain a bunch of the time, but just try not to get into a group of a ton of them, because then they'll die. Because they stun lock you like crazy, and they do pretty good damage for what they are. Fall down here, fall down here, grab these, and then run over to this area. And it's going to be like a little mini boss NPC over here that drops a pretty good weapon for this game. Like it, and it does a ton of damage. I'm probably going to die here. Oh, left at like 1 HP. As you can see, she is a pretty strong enemy. But with just a little bit of patience, she will go down eventually. So she'll grab this butcher knife weapon, which is a pretty good weapon. And honestly, you might want to use this for the majority of your playthrough. But it's honestly, or like not the majority of your playthrough, but in the beginning stages you might want to use this because it's a pretty good weapon. And the frost weapon, I forgot, once it procs the effect, it'll do a bunch of bonus damage, so it's good for taking out these guys. With the butcher's knife, it requires 24 strength, but I think it's worth it because of its special ability, which essentially is sharpen, basically I think it increases your damage and has lifesteal effect on it once you activate it. So it's a pretty good weapon, in all honesty. But I'm going to stick with the straight sword right now. Now, once you get to this area, just talk to these guys, spam through their dialogue, talk to this guy, and give you the sentinels. Just make sure you run through all the dialogue with them, and then that'll trigger the start of an NPC quest. From here, just go over here, and roll down here, and in this area you're going to run into the first time you've seen a Black Knight, which is essentially the super hyped up version of a regular knight. So it does a lot more damage, has a ton of poise, and it will ruin your day if you're not careful. But what we are going to do right now is we're going to try to farm it. So first I gotta deal with these guys. They're pretty big pain in the ass, but yeah. And they see that Black Knight right there. He is what you're trying to get to, but you're trying to avoid getting these guys to lock onto you at all costs, just because they are. Now that that guy's dead and there's no one following us, we can try to engage the Black Knight right here. And as long as he's one-handed, you can parry him like pretty easily. But after he starts two-handing, you're going to want to back off. Because look at that, just one hit can almost one-shot me. Yeah, and it can one-tap you like that. So he is very easy to parry when he is one-handing that greatsword. But if he's not, you kind of want to just stay clear of him and try to turtle around him, maybe block one attack from him and then start rolling. Because other than that, you're probably just going to get one shot and absolutely clapped by him, so. now that he's dead, just gonna walk over here. It's just rinse and repeat. I'm gonna try to kill him just to show you, but yeah, he is a pretty big pain. So there are some items over there that you want to grab, so I'll just end the stream right here, and you can just go farm him to your heart's content and try to get his weapon, shield, or armor, because his shield is the best defense shield in the game, and his great sword is one of the best great swords in the game. So if he drops it for you, good for you, you're lucky. After that, I'll start the next video.